Okay, if we're pretty much ready to go, I'd like to read a release. So I have with me the President of the Medicine Hat Police Association, David Allen, the Chair of the Medicine Hat Police Commission, Ryan Jackson. So it is with regret that I announce today that 3 members of the Medicine Hat Police Service have been charged with aggravated assault, contrary to Section 268 of the Criminal Code. The members were processed through a judicial interim release hearing held on July the 3rd and will appear in provincial court on July the 30th, 2013. The charges stem from an investigation conducted by the Alberta Serious Incident Response Team, which I'll refer to as ASIRT, resulting from an incident that occurred when 3 of our members responded to a call for service at a local licensed establishment on August the 25th at 2:30 a.m., and that's 2012. On August the 27th, 2012, an allegation was reported to the Medicine Hat Police Service by a third party who had witnessed the incident. Through initial inquiries, it was determined that potential injuries may have occurred during the encounter that met the protocol established by the Police Act, and as a result, the service notified the Solicitor General, Director of Law Enforcement. On August the 31st, 2012, the Director of Law Enforcement assigned the investigation to ASIRT, who upon completion forwarded the file to the Alberta Special Prosecutions for review. On June the 12th, 2013, the Director of ASIRT informed me that all 3 members named in the investigation would be charged criminally. I was requested not to speak of the matter both internally and publicly until the members were processed and ASIRT published their news release earlier today. Although I've requested a copy of the investigative file, I have not received it, and in the absence of the report, it places challenges on the organization as we have 3 police officers that are facing serious criminal jeopardy, and I must assess their suitability for continued duties. As the Chief of Police, I have a responsibility for maintaining public confidence in the service. I take this responsibility seriously, and after careful consideration and consultation with the executive team, the Police Association, and the Chair of the Police Commission, I have reassigned each officer to units that would allow them to continue to perform meaningful policing duties, yet minimize their exposure to similar circumstance until this matter is resolved. All 3 named officers are experienced members with excellent performance records, and being this process, which started over 10 months ago, could still take another 18 months to conclude, it is important that the members continue to contribute to the safety of the community. I believe in the justice system and being part of it for the past 33 years, and I believe in the presumption in Canadian law that people are innocent until proven guilty. The public entrusts police with special authorities required to perform their duties of serving and protecting, and as police officers we are accountable to a high standard of conduct that is bestowed upon us. Police officers are often called to respond to dangerous and fluid situations in which the risks are unknown and the stakes are generally high. Therefore, we need to make split-second judgments and decisions. This is a tough business. Until I learn otherwise, I will support our members and trust that the system will sort out the facts. I ask that the community also support these members as they and their families go through these difficult proceedings while still serving this community. The named members are Constable Robert Angstad, 5 years service, Constable David Harisic, 7 years service, Constable Mark Seiler, 8 years service. If there's any questions in relation to this, that's really my announcement at this time.
On June 12th, I believe the Justice Minister was in town. Did you speak to him at all about?
I was actually I was in Banff at Alberta Association of Chiefs of Police meetings, and the Director of ASIRT was there and talked to me personally at the meeting.
And do you know if the Justice Minister talked to anyone from the police regarding this incident?
I have no idea.
What are these officers doing in the meantime? You said you assigned them to different units.
Yeah, we have. Constable Mark Seiler has been assigned to major crimes. We have some work for him there. 2 of the officers, the other 2 officers have been assigned to traffic duties.
And why do you feel like they should still be allowed to perform their duties even though charges have been laid, as opposed to a suspension?
I haven't got the file. I don't know. I have no information that would suggest they need to be suspended. It's an option that exists, but I haven't seen the file. Of course, I've got snippets of information. I have to go on the fact that they've been working on the street since this incident happened last August, that there's been no other conduct issues since then, and that their records in the past are clear, and their reputations as police officers are solid.
Is it a little unusual for you not to have the file at this stage?
Well, I think with the Alberta Serious Incident Response Team is only a few years old. I think that working out that process, it's a little frustrating, but they have their processes and I guess we have ours. But yes, as the Chief of Police, I find it somewhat frustrating that I can't have the facts before me to make the decisions that I'm being questioned about at this moment.
What would be the next step if things don't go as planned in court for them?
Well, yeah, it's like I said, we can always look at the horribles of what ifs. I guess once we get information on the file, we'll reassess. Once we have some information that might change our opinion about where these officers are suited or positioned right now, I have nothing to suggest that they can't continue to serve this community. When you talk of 3 of 115 officers, it's quite a dent to our service if all of a sudden, you know, they're suspended. If I thought there was any public risk to keeping these members on duty, there is no way they'd be on duty. So at this time, I support the officers and believe that they will continue to function. And, you know, because this is going to end someday. And so we can talk about the worst case scenarios, and of course we're talking about them, but we're hoping for the best case scenario. But let's let the facts, I believe in the judicial system, the facts will come out and the matter will be dealt with.
Can you give us a few more details in terms of their reputation with the service? You said that they have an excellent performance report. Elaborate further.
Well, of course, you know, there's 115 members here. I know all the members personally. I know of their work histories. I know of their reputations on the street. I can just tell you that they all have worked hard. Have they been perfect in their careers? No, they haven't. Just like all of us through our career, we learn, we grow. But I can tell you that their conduct has been exemplary. They do their job out there. They get things done. You know, as I said, when we get this file and assess, you know, what is alleged as their involvement, we'll reassess this. But the biggest thing is the public safe? And I believe they are. At this time, I have no reason to believe otherwise. I've consulted with the chair of the Police Commission in relation to this, and we've had some discussions, of course, with the association, and I'm very satisfied in the direction for now. I'm responsible if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
Can you elaborate on the injuries?
No, I can't talk about the file, and I can't elaborate because I don't know.
Have the members been charged formally at this point?
They have.
Have they made a first appearance in court?
Like I said in my release, they've had a judicial interim release hearing, and their first court appearance is July the 30th.
Are they each charged with the same?
They are. Aggravated assault.
It's a pretty serious charge.
It is.
The reflection on the police service, of course, this hasn't been proven in court, but how do you feel about the police service right now?
I feel no different than I did before these charges arose. I will, at this time, all I can say is I know that our folks have a difficult job. They go to places that they don't want to go to, but they're called to. And you know, this incident happened in August. It's an isolated incident. I have not had the opportunity to read the witness statements to know exactly what happened. So I know kind of where you're heading with this, but our service is a good police service. And I understand the flack that we're going to probably get from some of the folks out there, and you know what, I get that. But I think generally, I'm very proud of this service, and I'm proud of the duties that they perform out there. And I'm not blind. I'm not blind to the other side as well. I understand that sometimes that we make mistakes. And that's what this process will determine. And we have to just have confidence in the process, which I do.
Have these officers worked for other police services before coming here?
No. Actually, they all started here. So they've all were hired on as new police officers here.
From the Police Service Association standpoint, how are you looking at this, and you know, how is the support for your fellow officers?
Well, policing is inherently a difficult job, and these guys are consistently in dangerous situations. 230 in a licensed premise is inherently a dangerous situation for a police officer. These are good guys. They support the community. They work for the community. They volunteer in the community. And from the police perspective, from the police association perspective, we're supporting them 110%. Again, we're in the same situation where we don't know exactly what's being alleged or the evidence or what's being said. But given what we know, we support these guys 110%.
What do you know?
I know pretty much exactly what the chief said there.
Chief, have you been given a timeline as to when you may receive the file from ACER?
Several weeks. So, and obviously, we'll reassess at that time.
Does ACER have the ability to suspend officers or?
No, they don't.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thanks very much. I appreciate you coming down.